Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 5. We Light the Way. That's pretty pretentious, but sure. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithm as well as stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you're feeling lucky or you feel like gambling, you can hit that bell down below, and YouTube may or may not notify you when I come on live. Best thing to do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week. Also have all the links to my social media and all the links to my pages there as well. All right. Let's get this bus pulled over here. So, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Give you enough time to pause, stop the video, whatever you need to do. All right, that's enough. So this episode was, I don't know. I know they're kind of trying to liken it to the Red Wedding, but not be the Red Wedding, and all that kind of stuff. Um, it was mainly boring. I mean, the only thing that was kind of exciting was at the very beginning was Damon goes back to the Vale to go and meet his wife, kill his wife, kill, meet her and then kill her. Um, I honestly don't know if he actually set out to kill her or not. If you look at the after show when they were talking to the producers and the directors, they don't even know if he actually meant to kill her or not. All they did was they said they were reading in the books that she had an accident, fell, and crushed her skull. And so they thought that was an interesting line that she crushed her skull. Why would she crush her skull in a fall? Because she fell. That's usually what happens. And so they kind of took a little liberty with that and had Damon be the one that finishes her off. That's why they made their little change to it, if you will, where he goes home and to the Vale, scares her horse, or her horse gets scared. We don't know exactly what, falls back on top of her. She's paralyzed. And then as he's walking away, she kind of insults him and says, that's just like you never finish the job. And then he just comes back with a rock. And there you go. Um, yeah, the other thing is that, you know, man, we end up having, excuse me, Rhaenyra, she ends up getting betrothed to her cousin, of course, um, Laenor Valerian. And, of course, everyone goes over to, Lord Corlys Valerian's castle, and the king goes over there basically to make the presentation of asking that Laenor and Rhaenyra marry, of course, at this point. And of course, that's what's going to happen. We already know this. And Lord Corlys, of course, is trying to make some demands of his own. He's being a dick, is really what's going on. And King Viserys isn't doing too good at this point. I mean, he's been puking over the side. He's also coughing up some blood. He's a little bit dizzy. He's not looking all that well. So he's just like, all right, fuck you. Here's what's going to happen. We'll make some concessions on this. We'll do this. Everything's well. Bob's your uncle, and we're good. In the meantime, Rhaenyra is making her own plans with Laenor, because Laenor doesn't like women. And actually has his own paramour off on the side there, Joffrey Lonmouth. Oh, and who is also his knight, if you will. This doesn't sit well with Sir Criston Cole, of course, because he doesn't want to be a concubine to a queen. He wants to get married. He wants to, have kids, all this kind of stuff. He thinks it is a way of saving his face, I guess you could say, his oath that he broke when the vow of chastity that he broke, because as he said that was his only thing. And Rhaenyra really isn't listening to him at this point. I mean, and again, this is you get somebody who's got all the wealth, all the power, and the guy Sir Kristen Cole who's got nothing other than his name, as he says. And she's just like, "Yeah, I want you to be my plaything," and he's like, "Fuck you." Basically, you've ruined my life, kind of thing. And she doesn't want to hear any of it. She's like, "Yeah, I've got responsibilities too, motherfucker." And yeah, it's very weak, weak arguments on her side all around here. So we come to the wedding. The wedding is, or I should say, the pre-wedding game, I guess you could say, or pre-game wedding. I don't know what you're getting at there. So the king, yeah, good God. So King Viserys decides to say, "Hey, we're gonna have this feast here. Then we're gonna have 7 days of tournaments and feasts and all that stuff. Then we're gonna have a wedding. That's how we're gonna do this." Um, Joffrey decides to go over to Sir Kristen Cole because he figures out that Cole is actually um, Rhaenyra's paramour, and basically tells him such that, you know what, uh, you love her, I love him, and if we work together, everyone's secret's safe. For some reason, Kristen Cole, sometime during the wedding, fucking freaks out and ends up beating the fuck out of Joffrey. I mean, just literally caving his fucking face in. And yeah, in the meantime, in all of this that's happening, right before all of this, the queen finds out that Cole and Rhaenyra actually did the dirty deed. And so it wasn't her uncle, but it was, him. And she did, Rhaenyra did lie to her. And she's pretty pissed off at this point. Um, and of course, her father also said before he left as, hand of the king, as he got dismissed, was he said, "Do you think you're going to just wait for Rhaenyra's mercy, or should you start, making your son? Should you start preparing him to become king? Because I can guarantee you, what's going to happen is when she takes the throne, there's going to be a bloody coup, and people are going to be calling for your head, your kids' heads, all that kind of stuff. You need to be prepared for all of this." So that's kind of what he leaves her, and peace out is what he says at that point. So what does she do? She shows up at the wedding dressed in green, which according to the high tower castle, they have a beacon that when they're getting ready to go to war, the light is green. And so that's what that's supposed to mean, is that she's ready to go to war with Rhaenyra on all of this. And she shows up late. She makes a scene, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, Sir Kristen Cole comes in. He kills, Joffrey at the wedding. Everybody clears out, including Sir Cole. He takes off. And um, the king's just like, "Fuck this. We're marrying them now." So, yeah, it's so bad. I mean, Laenor, his lover has been killed. He's being forced to marry his cousin right then and there. They're like, "Fuck this. We're not doing any, shotgun wedding, anything like that. We're just doing, we're doing a shotgun wedding right now. We're not waiting the 7 days. We're just going to do this really quick." And in the meantime, Sir Cole's out by the tree of woe out there, and he's getting ready to kill himself. And the queen's like, "Wait a minute, stop." And that's where we leave off with them. But back at the wedding, or the shotgun wedding, the king ends up passing out and his crown rolls off his head, and that's where we leave off this episode. Again, not really a great episode, but again, this series has been kind of shaky from the start. We've got questionable writing again. I hate to say this, it all comes down to the writing, and yeah, it's just kind of. Meh. meh is really what it comes down to. We know the king survives. If you took a look at the trailer for next week, he's still alive. We actually have another jump forward in time, and we get a change in actors too. So we get a older Rhaenyra, we get an older Alicent. Basically, all the kids have grown up now at this point. So we are going to get a big time jump in the next one, and a change of actors too. So be prepared for that next week. 'Cause I was waiting for the time jump to come again, but yeah, let's do the time warp again, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. This series isn't really doing it for me, but it's also not horrible either. It's neither bad nor good. It's kind of right in the middle of neutral. And I kind of find it funny that they threw in a scene of two dragons flying for no fucking good reason whatsoever. They just kind of threw it in to remind you, like, yeah, there's dragons still. We have them here. Look. And that was it. And I was like, I mean, I literally stopped for a second. I looked at the screen. I'm like, why the fuck is that scene there? Why did you guys put in two dragons flying? Was there a reason for this? No, there wasn't. Uh yeah. Oh, and Damon, by the way, is now fucking around with Laenor's sister. Uh if I can read my own notes here, Lena, yeah, Valerian. Laenor and Lena. There we go. And we don't know what his plans are there, but obviously he's got some machinations going on. And of course, he's going to make a petition to get uh the items that his wife was supposed to receive from her inheritance. Now that she's dead and she has no heirs, he's like, hey, that should be mine. Yeah. So oh, man. Of course, he's doing his own play for power. So again, we have everyone making their little play for power. And it's all really rather boring, to tell you the truth. It really is. Um, I don't know. This is not Game of Thrones, obviously. Well, this is Game of Thrones, but it's kind of like Game of Thrones light is where we're at this point. Um, if the writing had been better and maybe the story had been a little bit better as well, I think it would be more riveting and probably keep a lot more people. But for right now, um, it's mediocre, is really what it's at. Yeah. So, with that said, what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow, if anyone actually comments in the comment section, so if you go back to the Harley Quinn season finale, season 3 season finale, if anyone comments in the comment section, you can win a pin. I mean, these are ceramic pins. Yes, they are. So I've got nobody commenting so far. And I mean, if there are no comments, then I'm just not going to, I'm not going to do a podcast tomorrow. Then that's what's going to happen. There will be no contest results, but that's what's supposed to happen tomorrow. It's supposed to be the contest results, drawing of names, all that kind of stuff. Wednesday is going to be Star Wars Andor. So we have the first 3 episodes drop on Wednesday. I'm only going to do episode 1 on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be She-Hulk. So I'm going to be covering She-Hulk on Thursday. Friday is going to be Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Then Saturday, I'm going to do episodes 2 and 3 of Star Wars Andor. I'll take care of that then. And Saturday will be the Sunday edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about, as long as there's some news. This week there was very, very, very little news. I think there was like 3 items, and I wasn't about to waste anyone's time with that, including my own. And then, of course, we roll back around to Monday to House of the Dragon and the time jump, and hopefully we have a little more intrigue going on, and I don't know, just some action, something. We need something to happen in this to kind of keep us in the loop or keep us riveted to the screen. So there, that's where we're at. So, um, I'm going to let you guys go for the rest of the night. Thank you to the lurkers that are there. I see 2 lurkers right now. Thank you for coming on board, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, I see you out there. Take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my fast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule. I change it out every week. I was a little bit late this week, but I got it up. Um, the post, that's what I'm talking about there. And I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. All right. So with that said, thank you everyone. I will see you again tomorrow, possibly, if anyone comments in the comment section over in the season 3 finale of Harley Quinn. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, I don't know, you may get stuck, in a poor man's rendition of the Red Wedding. I don't even know if it was really a Red Wedding. Anyway, it was pretty sucky. Thanks everyone. I will see you guys again possibly tomorrow, but most likely Wednesday. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get the boosters as well. They don't work without the boosters. And stay safe out there, everyone. Thanks. I will see you again, well, either tomorrow or Wednesday. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. Good night.